Welcome back to Breakfast Central. We begin our top stories talking about the M23 rebels, a Tutsi-led group that laid dormant for years, and they've cut major supply routes to Goma, eastern DR Congo, sending prices in the city surging and sparking fears that a future offensive will cripple its economy. The group took up arms again late last year, seizing swaths of territory in North Kivu province.
Now, last month, the rebels came within several dozen kilometers of Goma, a commercial hub of over 1 million people on the border with Rwanda, cutting off the RN2 highway, which leads to Goma from the north, and with it, access to farm produce from North Kivu's Rushuru region. Meanwhile, many who have fled from the Kihishe massacre in the country's volatile east have recounted how they fled to Kishanga to a displaced people's camp, which has been home to many displaced people for over 20 years. And joining us this morning is Ms. Bethel Walo. She is a political and human rights activist. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
For a long time, we've been speaking about the M23 rebels and, of course, the crisis in East Africa. DR Congo itself has been in the news lately with more than 450,000 people displaced in this year's renewed offensive by the rebel group. Can you share with us, what is happening over there, and of course, why this is becoming so hard to put to an end?
Thank you so much. What's happening in the DRC? Already, thank you for the coverage today. But for us Congolese, it's something that's been ongoing the last almost 30 years now. It's a history that's repeating itself basically in the Congo. In the 60s, at the time of independence, Congo knew this very same situation, but it didn't last this long. Or maybe I should say it lasted this long, but at a very a small density. But today it's in the open. With Rwanda and Uganda, who have accepted to be the puppets of imperialists, basically in the Central Africa, to bleed Africa to death. This is what is happening to Africa since 1997 up until today. So the recent outbreak is again just the same agenda that's ongoing until they get what they want, which means the piece of land of Congo, which is minerally rich in the eastern part of the Congo. There is nothing else. There's no Congolese civil war that's going on. Congolese are not fighting among themselves. It's neighboring countries causing the devastation within the Congo.
When you say, all right, when you say that it's neighboring countries that's causing the devastation in Congo, let's talk about some of the conversations that this M23 rebel crisis have sparked up now. The M23 says it's defending the interests of Congolese Tutsis, while Congo, Western countries, and the UN experts accuse Rwanda of backing the M23, which of course Rwanda denies. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, to start with, there's no such thing as Congolese Tutsis. We all know the only place you can find Tutsis is in Rwanda, not in the Congo. But of course, we live in a unified world today. The world has become such a small place where you cannot say Tutsis cannot come and live in the Congo. In that instance, what happened? You trust the Congolese authorities to look after the people they have accepted within their land. 2 years ago, we heard the president of DRC, President Tshisekedi, here in the UK where I live, where he said, any African brother who lives in the Congo is home. Tutsis are our brothers. If there is anything that's going on in the Congo, we will deal with it with appropriate measures. What is the reason why the M23 backed by Rwanda who are they coming to protect and against who? Because the government is ready and is saying that they will take their own responsibility in protecting anyone within the Congolese land. there has not been any outbreak of Tutsis being killed in the Congo. What are they protecting them against? It doesn't stand. Rwanda can deny. Of course it would deny. But all the evidence is there. There has been a report which is sitting in the drawers at of the United Council. That report has been prepared, the mapping report that we are all calling out in the open. It pins down on who and how the Rwanda and Rwandan authority are plundering the Congo, bleeding Congo to death. The atrocities they've committed in the Congo is black and white, but it's sitting within the UN because they've lobbied it not to be released. So I don't know if you believe, I don't think anybody today believes that. Nobody believes that. That has become only the encounter of Rwanda and Rwanda alone, but nobody believes it. Everyone today knows Rwanda is the one that's bleeding the Congo and the West through them.
Yeah, I mean, but is there any, I'm assuming these allegations are true. What would Rwanda stand to gain from, bleeding the Congo like you've described? And then also, can you share with us what the humanitarian situation is like in these parts? Because this war has gone on for long enough.
What would Rwanda get by bleeding Congo to death? Rwanda is a very small country which has no known source of income for the whole country. Today, you will have Rwanda known worldwide that they are the first producers of coltan, for instance, a mineral which is only found in the eastern part of the Congo, not in Rwanda. And the whole world knows and is publicizing it. Rwanda is the M23. Every armed man within the M23 is from Rwanda. They train them. They give them whatever they need to come and destabilize the Congo so they can move in and get what they want. That's to answer your first question. The second question, of course, the humanitarian situation is chaotic. What can we expect from such a place like that? Almost 30 years of war that's been going. The rape of women, children, and men, all kinds of atrocities. People are being moved from their land. So the land can become empty and they can come and exploit the land. Millions of people have died the last 30 years. For what? For things that could have been done in a most appropriate way. But it cannot be done like that because behind this, Rwanda is expecting, it could be the contracts that they have with their opponents, that they should have a piece of land of the Congo, especially the one that has the mineral wealth, because they don't have anything within their land. It's all known, it's all documented. This is not new, if I may say.
All right, now let's talk.
We have today an outbreak of cholera there. And it's all the devastation that happens in such situation where children are mostly at risk, and women, because they are the weakest.
All right, there are many things you've raised on. Of course, unfortunately, the incidents of the rape, the abuse, the exploitation. There have also been the increase in prices of goods, and people have been struggling to survive this chaos. There's been a third round of peace talks for the Democratic Republic of Congo. It ended in Nairobi with no reported progress towards settling the conflicts in this country's volatile eastern provinces. Let's talk about the way forward. What is the way forward, or what do you see? Do you even see any way forward to bring peace to this region?
Of course, the way forward is the willingness of all the counterparties. Expect the Congo, because Congo has not moved into war with any neighboring country. All Congo is asking is to live at peace. Congolese people themselves, they are not fighting against themselves. It's not a civil war within Congo. It's in a war of aggression against Congo. But see what's going on within the international community. They have imposed a condition on Congo not to buy any weapon. How can Congo, who is being attacked, cannot purchase any weapon to protect itself? But those who are attacking Congo have the right to the newly released weapon from the West warehouses. And they're using it to attack Congo day in, day out. Except Congo, who is being attacked the last 30 years, who cannot purchase any weapon until Congo has to go to almost get an authorization from the international community to purchase any armament that they need to protect themselves. In that situation, if Congo had adequate Armageddon, if I can call it like that, they will know how to defend their land. They will know how to protect themselves. Because as long as this has been ongoing, Congo has not moved into any countries, within any country's borders. Congo is always asking the neighboring countries to leave our country.
Ms. Bertha Wallow, it's really heartbreaking to see what's happening in that region. And we do hope for peace, not just in that region, but for the rest of Africa. And we thank you for your time this morning, and we look forward to having you when we have much better news in that region.
Thank you so much for having me.